held my scars like they were gold. Never asked why my heart turned cold. You saw the storms behind my smile and stayed with me through every mile. I knew your past was filled with pain, late night tears and heavy rain. But somehow when you looked at me, you made broken feel beautiful and free. We were never perfect, but perfect wasn't what we needed. Two tired souls finally feeling seen. You love me like I am, and not for who I tried to be. You touched every shattered part and called it poetry, and I loved you the same, even with your hurting heart. We were two imperfect people, still choosing from the start. When the whole world searched for reasons, we only searched for light. Maybe that's what real love is, holding on without a fight. I remember dancing in the dark, laughing underneath the city sparks. No pretending, no disguise, just your honest soul and tired eyes. People said we'd never last, too much damage from the past. But every flaw you tried to hide only made me stay beside you more each night. We were never flawless, but somehow we still fit together, like two lonely hearts finding home forever. You love me like I am, and not for who I tried to be. You touched every shattered part and called it poetry, and I loved you the same, even with your hurting heart. We were two imperfect people, still choosing from the start. When the whole world searched for reasons, we only searched for light. Maybe that's what real love is, holding on without a fight. If one day the stars all disappear and the nights become too hard to bear, I'd still choose your imperfect soul over 1,000 hearts that glow. Because love was never about being complete, it was about finding someone who stays when you feel weak. You love me like I am, and I finally felt enough. No fear inside your arms, only soft and quiet love. And I love you the same through every scar and every tear, because the kind of love we found is the kind
We were kids beneath the summer sky, sharing secrets, counting satellites. You were laughing with your messy hair, and somehow I always found home there.
Every heartbreak, every fallen tear, you were the voice that stayed sincere through the years and changing roads. You were the one my heart chose.
And I never saw it coming, how your hand fit into mine.
Like every lonely moment was leading to this light.
From best friends to forever, from maybe into always, we were writing love letters without knowing all those days. Now I wake beside the person who knew every part of me. We were never just a story, we were meant to be.
Coffee mornings and midnight drives, talking about our future lives. You would smile and look away while my heart already stayed.
People change and seasons fade, but your love never walked away. After all the years we knew, I still fall like something new.
And every road behind us feels like fate in disguise, 'cause the love I searched for was there the whole time.
From best friends to forever, from maybe into always, we were writing love letters without knowing all those days. Now I wake beside the person who knew every part of me. We were never just a story, we were meant to be. And if someday the world grows colder, I'll still reach for your hand, 'cause loving you feels easy, like breathing like home again.
No diamonds could ever shine brighter than your faithful eyes.
After all this time, you're still my favorite life. From best friends to forever, now our hearts share one last name. All the years we stood together led us to this place, and every prayer I whispered somehow brought me here to see the love of my whole lifetime was standing next to me. We started as two young dreamers, now forever you and me.
Learned your smile like my favorite song. Every little detail I held for so long. The way your eyes would soften at night made broken things in me feel right. I stayed beside you through every storm, loved you quietly, safe and warm. But fate kept drawing invisible blinds, turning your forever away from me love is not always meant to end with two hearts innocent. Sometimes it lives in silent pain and dances slowly in the rain. I love you more than words could say, more than the stars that fade away. But no matter how hard I tried, I could never stand by your side. You were the dream I couldn't keep, the reason I still lose my sleep. So close to touching heaven above, but never close enough to love. I memorized the sound of your name like a candle fighting every fray. And every moment you held my hand felt like forever slipping through sand. You looked at me with gentle eyes, never knowing what I hid inside. A heart so full it broke apart, trying to survive loving you this hard. Maybe some souls are meant to meet, but never walk the same street. Still I would choose this pain again, just to feel you light within. I loved you more than words could say, more than the stars that fade away. But no matter how hard I tried, I could never stand by your side. You were the dream I couldn't keep, the reason I still lose my sleep. So close to touching heaven above, but never close enough to love. If loving you is all I get, then I'll live with no regrets, because my heart has always known some flowers bloom but grow alone. And even if you're not with me, you'll always be my sweetest memory. I loved you more than life itself, more than I could tell someone else. And though the world pulled us apart, you'll forever live inside my heart. You were the wish I kept thinking of, the unfinished story my soul speaks of. Maybe in another life above, we'll finally be close enough to love, close enough to feel your light, but never close enough to call you mine. I see your name light up my phone at night, then hear his voice and suddenly I smile. One feels like peace after a storm inside. One feels like fire I can't leave behind. I never thought love could split in two. Now every road just leads me back to you and him. I'm breaking slowly, trying not to choose. How do I tell my heart to stay? tired of hiding what I feel, scared that someone's heart will break for real. I'm standing in the middle of two worlds, trying not to lose them both. One touches my soul so softly, one makes me feel less alone. And I hate myself for needing both, when love should only mean one name. Now every night I cry in silence, calling out to hearts to say. He holds my hand like he already knows that there's a war inside I never show. And the other looks at me like home, like every broken piece in me belongs. I wish that love was black and white instead of sleepless tears at 3 a.m. 'Cause every time I lean toward one, I start missing the other again. How do I stop this ache in me? Why does love feel so incomplete? I never wanted to hurt someone, but maybe pain has already begun. Touches my soul so softly, one makes me feel less alone. And I hate myself for needing both, when love should only mean one name. Now every night I cry in silence, calling out to hearts the same. If I choose one, will I regret goodbye? If I choose none, will I lose my mind? Maybe I'm selfish, maybe I'm scared, maybe my heart was never prepared for loving two souls at the same time, while slowly losing mine. I'm drowning in the middle of two worlds, and neither one feels wrong. One is where my heart feels safest, one is where my dreams belong. And I know someday I'll have to choose, even if it tears me apart. But tonight I'll stay awake, just listening to the chaos in my heart. Two names, one heart, and too many scars. I saw the shadows in your tired eyes, the way you smiled while hiding all the storms inside. You never had to say a word to make me stay. My heart already chose you anyway. And if the world turns cold tonight, if every dream falls out of sight, I'll hold your trembling hand so tight and never walk away. I'll be forever by your side, through every tear you try to hide. When all the stars forget to shine, my love will still be alive. And even when our hair turns gray, my heart will never change. I promise your faith begins to fade and memories start slipping away, I'll be the light that softly stays until the end of time. I'll be forever by your side through every tear you try to hide. When all the stars forget to shine, my love will still be alive. And even when our hair turns gray, my heart will never change. I promise you for all my life, I'll love you through the night, forever by your side. And if one day your world grows dark, I'll still remember who you are. I'll sing your name like a prayer and love you like the first time. No matter how the years may fly, no matter how we change inside, you'll always have this heart of mine. I'll be forever by your side until the oceans all run dry. And when forever says goodbye, I'll love you after life with every breath and every scar. No distance feels too far. I promise you for all my life, I'll stay right here tonight, forever by your side, forever by your side, forever you and I. I still keep your jacket by the door, like you're coming home like before. Your coffee cup is on the shelf, and I still talk to you myself. The nights are colder than they used to be. Your empty side keeps haunting me. I close my eyes and see your smile, but waking up still hurts a while. Everybody says that time will heal, but they don't know how this silence feels. 'Cause you were my safe place in the storm, the only hands that kept me warm. Now every road feels incomplete since heaven pulled you away from me. And I would give my final breath just to hold you after death. But all I have are memories and tears that fall so endlessly. I miss you more than words can say. Since you went so far away, I read our messages at 2 a.m., trying to feel your love again. The world keeps moving, I stand still, a broken heart that never heals. I hear your song inside the rain, and suddenly I feel the pain of knowing no matter how I pray, you're not coming back someday. People tell me I should just move on, but they don't know half of what is gone. 'Cause you were my safe place in the storm, the only hands that kept me warm. Now every road feels incomplete since heaven pulled you away from me. And I would give my final breath just to hold you out. went so far away. Maybe somewhere beyond the stars, you can still feel my broken heart. And if love never truly dies, then I'll see you in another life. You were the best part of my days, the light that never walked away. But fate was cruel and stole you fast, leaving me inside the past. And every night I call your name, knowing nothing feels the same. Still I love you endlessly, until you come back in my dreams. I miss you more than words can say, until I hear your voice again. I gave you every quiet part of me, the side I never show so easily. You held my hand like you would never run, but loving me was only temporary fun. I stayed awake to hear your midnight voice, believing I was finally your choice. But every time my heart begins to heal, you disappear before the love gets real. Why do you love me just enough to make me fall apart? Why do you light up all my skies, then leave me in the dark? You always leave me when I love you the most, when my heart is open wide and full of hope. Right when I finally believe you'll stay, you slowly drift and walk away, and I'm left holding memories too close. You always leave me when I love you the most. I memorize the sadness in your eyes, ignore the little warnings and the lies. I thought that if I loved you patiently, you'd finally learn to stay and fight for me. But every promise faded in the rain, and every goodbye cut me once again. Now every song reminds me how it ends, with me alone and you with someone else again. Why am I never good enough to make somebody stay? Why does my heart keep choosing love that always walks away? You always leave me when I love you the most, when my heart is open wide and full of hope. Right when I finally believe you'll stay, you slowly drift and walk away, and I'm left holding memories too close. You always leave me when I love you the most. Maybe I loved too deep, maybe I gave too much, or maybe broken people can't hold a steady touch. But I still keep your name inside my aching chest, even after all the tears. I loved you with my best. You always leave me when I love you the most, and now I'm scared of getting this close. 'Cause every time I give my heart away, it comes back shattered and betrayed. Still somehow I miss you like love you the most. And I still wonder why loving you always meant losing you.
We met beneath the city lights, two broken souls, one perfect night. You held my hand like home was near, and suddenly my world was clear. But every dream we tried to build was answered by a silence cold and still. Your mother cried, my father turned away, like love was something we should hide in shame. We never wanted war, we only wanted us. But every door was locked, every prayer turned to dust. We're two hearts caught between goodbye and forever, holding on while the whole world says never. If love is wrong, then why does it feel right? Why do I still see heaven in your eyes? They can break our plans, they can steal our time, but they'll never take this love you left in mine. Even if we lose tonight, I'll love you for the rest of my life. You whisper softly, don't let go, while tears were falling like the snow. We tried to fight, we tried to stay, but pain kept pulling us away. I still remember your shaking voice, saying love shouldn't have to make a choice. But between our hearts and family, we became a beautiful tragedy. And every lonely night I replay your name like a song that hurts, but I still wanna play. We're two hearts caught between goodbye and forever, holding on while the whole world says never. If love is wrong, then why does it feel right? Why do I still see heaven in your eyes? They can break our plans, they can steal our time, but they'll never take this love you left in mine. Even if we lose tonight, I'll love you for the rest of my life. Maybe in another life we don't have to run and hide. Maybe love would finally win, and your parents would let me in. But here we are, just holding tears instead of rings, watching forever fade before it even begins. We're two hearts drowning in a love forbidden, trying to save what the world keeps missing. And even if fate tears us apart, you'll always be the safest place in my heart. One day when the pain is gone and the memories still live on, I'll look at the stars above and remember
I still remember your midnight voice, calling my name like I had a choice. Every little laugh still lives in me. Even oceans can't erase your memory. I watch the cities pass through trains, while loving you still feels the same. But empty nights are getting long, and every heartbeat sounds like a song. I hold my phone like holding your hand, wishing somehow you'd understand. Across the silent miles tonight, I'm loving you under different skies. No matter how far the world may be, my heart still runs where you sleep. And every tear that falls alone still whispers softly, come alone. I hate the distance, hate goodbye, but I still love you every night. Your sweater still hangs by my bed, like all the words we never said. Sometimes I drive through pouring rain, pretending you are here again. People say love fades away, but mine grows stronger every day. Even if we rarely meet, you're still the rhythm in my heartbeat. I close my eyes and see your face, the only thing distance can replace. Across the silent miles tonight, I'm loving you under different skies. No matter how far the world may be, my heart still runs where you sleep. And every tear that falls alone still whispers softly, come back home. I hate the distance, hate goodbye, but I still love you every night. Maybe one day these roads will end and I won't miss you through a screen. I'll finally hold the one I love instead of chasing dreams. Across the silent miles tonight, I still believe our stars align. Even when the world feels cold, your love is all I want to hold. And if forever takes some time, I'll wait for you through every night. 'Cause distance never changed my heart, it only made me love you more. I still sleep your side of the bed, holding words we never said. Your hoodie smells like yesterday, but your touch keeps fading away. Late night calls and frozen screams, living somewhere in between. You say soon, but time moves slow, and I miss you more than you know. Every city light feels cold tonight without your hand holding mine. There are miles between our hearts, oceans tearing us apart. I count the days I lose my sleep, wishing you were here with me. I hear your voice through the rain, but it never feels the same. No matter where this world may start, there are miles between our hearts. I watch the moon and wonder too if it shines the same on you. Pictures cannot warm my soul when all I want is to come home. I fake a smile through every day, but loneliness won't go away. I miss your laugh, your tired eyes, the way you held me every night. And every song becomes our memory, playing on repeat inside of me. There are miles between our hearts, oceans tearing us apart. I count the days I lose my sleep, wishing you were here with me. I hear your voice through the rain, but it never feels the same. No matter where this world may start, there are miles between our hearts. Maybe love is learning how to stay, even when the distance steals the days. And maybe one day I'll run to you. No more airports, no more missing you. No more miles between our hearts, no more nights alone and dark. I'll finally hold you close to me, like the way it used to be. Till the day I'll keep your name inside my heart, inside my heart, inside my heart.